Drug resistance is a warning. If we imagine the pre-antibiotic world where people die of tetanus, diphtheria, anthrax and many other deadly bacterial diseases, we could not even imagine the pain of parents who lost their children for smallpox and children who impaired their lives due to polio. People succumbed to cholera, botulism and fear of eating food, drinking water, touching soil. Even a cool breeze could have turned a tornado of diseases. We have seen the films showing the dreadfulness of plague where most of the human population fainted to death and migrations in all part of the world. A bite of flea could make you die from plague and bacteria. Ah! Horrible scenes could come to your eye and make your eyes wet a bit if you just close and go a look at pre-antibiotic and pre-vaccination era of 18th and 19th centuries and before that. And then, time came, when people started saying during world wars thanks to penicillin he will come back home after war. If we put a small question, what is the impact if all those periods reoccur now? One can wisely answer today the advances in vaccination and medicines can be real tools to tackle all the calamities. The medical sciences have developed to an extent where we could even detect entire human genome and these pathogens are just a speck to handle. But if the people think these answers they are fully wrong. It's just because of the warning that these dreadful organisms giving us by evolving themselves drug resistance. Who warns antimicrobial resistance is not a new problem, but one that is becoming more dangerous. Urgent and consolidated efforts are needed to avoid regressing to the pre-antibiotic era. What is drug resistance? Drug resistance is a condition in which a drug or an antibiotic turns ineffective against the disease-causing microbe. It is the condition where our immune system, which acts as drug delivery system, fails to recognize the particular strain of drug-resistant microbe, hence fails to induce the response on it, and also it is a condition in which a drug used to inhibit or kill or eradicate particular microbe fail to act on it, and hence the condition of the disease remains uncured and a potential threat to humans. Drug resistance is due to various reasons, but the main reason is the mutation in a particular protein on which a drug or our immune system acts, and there are various reasons for mutations in microbe. Here a microbe either alters the substrate that is required by antibiotic or immune system's enzyme to act, or else microbe produces an enzyme that would alter the structure of the drug itself. The organism that is resistant to multiple drugs is called as multi-drug resistant, MDR, microbe, and these MDRs are the major concern that are threatening to human population. Reasons for mutations and drug resistance. Horizontal gene transfer from one organism to other, which is a natural way of acquiring drug resistance. Use of disinfectants, antiseptics, pesticides. Insecticides kill normal flora which are beneficial to humans. These flora fights with pathogens and protect humans. When this good microbes population decreases, it leads to evolvement of new organisms. The overuse of antibacterial cleaning products in the home may be producing strains of multi-antibiotic resistant bacteria. Improper use of antimicrobials that leads to evolvement of drug resistance is one of the major causes. Weak infection prevention and control practices lead to the increased transmission of resistant microorganisms. This is particularly challenging in resource-limited settings with poor health infrastructures and a shortage of healthcare staff. Inadequate laboratory capacity limits the ability to rapidly detect resistant microorganisms for prompt treatment and control measures. Mechanisms by which drug resistance occurs. Modification of drugs. Alteration of target site. Difference in metabolic pathway. Reduction in drug accumulation by decreased drug permeability or increased efflux of drug. Important examples. Evolvement of new malarial parasites. Methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus. MDR tuberculosis. Penicillin and major antibiotic-resistant microbes. AIDS a potent cause. Responsibilities on us. Avoid misuse of drugs in any sort, mainly by discontinuing the entire course of drug as by avoiding self-medication. Prevention is better than cure. Prevention of disease by keeping personnel and environmental hygiene. Stop forcing doctors to give antibiotics and vaccination until it is mandatory. Assure your drug quality before using.